When Director Marcus Thompson became the CIA's most trusted intelligence chief, agents relied on him to protect America's national secrets. But when his cocaine addiction and espionage schemes consumed him, he began selling classified operations to enemy states and murdering operatives who discovered his crimes, turning Langley headquarters into a deadly spy network. Before starting the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Now let's get back to the video. The Virginia autumn rain drummed against the windows of CIA headquarters in Langley, as Director Marcus Thompson organized classified asset files and foreign intelligence communication devices for what would become the most dangerous intelligence operation of his 23-year career as America's most experienced intelligence director and covert operations specialist. At 59 years old, Marcus had established himself as the CIA's premier intelligence commander, controlling global spy networks and classified operations that attracted foreign intelligence services, international terrorist organizations, and enemy governments who valued his access to America's most sensitive intelligence assets and his reputation for coordinating the most secretive covert operations affecting national security and international espionage activities worldwide. Marcus's director office occupied the most secure wing of CIA headquarters, featuring classified briefing rooms, encrypted global communication systems, and covert operations coordination centers that allowed him to oversee America's most sensitive intelligence activities while maintaining absolute control over spy networks worth billions and international operations affecting global intelligence gathering and counter-espionage programs throughout hostile territories and allied nations. The interior of Marcus's office reflected his mastery of international espionage and his understanding of intelligence community expectations for both operational excellence and absolute secrecy during the most critical intelligence decisions affecting America's global security interests, featuring walls displaying intelligence commendations from multiple presidential administrations, photographs of successful covert operations, and testimonials from grateful intelligence personnel whose missions had succeeded through his strategic expertise and operational guidance affecting national security and international intelligence cooperation. But beneath Marcus's reputation for intelligence excellence lay a dangerous combination of cocaine addiction, systematic espionage, betrayal, and calculated murder that had transformed his CIA operations into criminal enterprises where threatening agents and suspicious investigators met their fate through covert assassination and witness elimination during vulnerable intelligence activities. "Good morning, Director Thompson," said Deputy Director Sarah Mitchell, arriving for her weekly intelligence briefing about ongoing foreign operations and asset security protocols that required Marcus's authorization for covert activities and international cooperation affecting CIA global operations. Sarah had recently discovered irregular asset handling procedures and had begun questioning Marcus's explanations about emergency operational protocols that seemed to bypass normal CIA oversight processes and national security authorization requirements. "Good morning, Deputy Director Mitchell," Marcus replied with the intelligence authority and espionage expertise that had made him legendary among CIA personnel who viewed him as both operational mastermind and security guardian, capable of maintaining American intelligence superiority through sophisticated covert coordination and strategic international operations, affecting global intelligence gathering and counter-espionage activities throughout enemy territories and allied nations. Sarah had become Marcus's most dangerous subordinate, not because of her demanding operational requirements or her international coordination responsibilities, but because of her recent discovery of unauthorized asset communications and her growing awareness of the espionage operation that Marcus had been conducting while supposedly providing legitimate intelligence leadership for CIA, covert operations, and national security programs. What Sarah didn't know was that Marcus had been systematically betraying intelligence assets and murdering CIA personnel for over 4 years, using his director authority and access to classified operations to coordinate foreign espionage activities while eliminating anyone who discovered his asset betrayals or threatened to expose his criminal exploitation of intelligence resources for enemy government coordination and international espionage operations. Marcus's transformation from respected director to calculating killer had begun 6 years earlier, when his cocaine addiction had escalated from performance enhancement during demanding intelligence briefings to daily dependency that consumed his substantial director salary and forced him into relationships with foreign intelligence services who offered enormous payments for access to American covert operations and classified intelligence assets affecting CIA global activities and national security operations. His addiction cost over $4,000 per day, while his access to the CIA's most sensitive intelligence networks provided unprecedented opportunities for coordinating espionage operations that generated millions through foreign intelligence services seeking American covert operation details and classified asset information, affecting international intelligence competition and counter-espionage development. His criminal activities escalated when several CIA officers and national security oversight personnel discovered evidence of unauthorized foreign communications and threatened to report their suspicions to intelligence oversight agencies and federal law enforcement organizations investigating espionage targeting America's most sensitive covert programs and classified intelligence operations. Marcus murdered his first victim, a suspicious CIA counterintelligence officer who detected irregular foreign contact records, by orchestrating a field operation accident using foreign assets that appeared to be covert mission casualty rather than premeditated assassination designed to protect espionage operations. The success of his first murder convinced Marcus that eliminating threatening CIA personnel and suspicious oversight investigators was both necessary for protecting his espionage operation and achievable, given his complete director authority and his ability to coordinate with foreign intelligence networks who could stage covert accidents and eliminate witnesses while providing plausible cover stories involving operational hazards and intelligence mission dangers. Over the following 4 years, Marcus murdered 10 additional individuals using various intelligence methods and foreign coordination that took advantage of his director authority, his access to international espionage networks during vulnerable covert operations, and his ability to stage deaths as intelligence accidents or foreign targeting that occurred during routine CIA activities with personnel who had access to sensitive information that could expose espionage operations. His victims had been carefully selected based on their discovery of his criminal activities, their potential cooperation with intelligence authorities, or their knowledge of covert operations that could expose his foreign intelligence coordination and systematic betrayal of American assets affecting CIA oversight and international intelligence security. His victims included Agent Patricia Williams, a CIA asset security specialist who had discovered evidence of systematic intelligence betrayal and whose covert consultation had resulted in fatal operational accident staged by foreign assets during routine intelligence gathering. Officer David Foster, who had reported suspicious foreign communications and whose CIA briefing had ended in fatal field incident using weapons obtained through foreign networks. And investigator Jennifer Martinez, a federal intelligence oversight specialist who had been tracking asset betrayals and whose Langley consultation had resulted in fatal exposure to concentrated drugs disguised as intelligence equipment contamination, affecting national security oversight of CIA operations. The espionage operation had become extraordinarily sophisticated, with Marcus coordinating the systematic betrayal of American intelligence assets and covert operations to foreign intelligence services through carefully arranged international intelligence sharing agreements that provided legitimate cover for classified information transfers and enemy government coordination affecting CIA, global operations, and national security activities. Intelligence cooperation programs with foreign agencies served as primary espionage transfer operations, with Marcus personally coordinating the sharing of classified American covert operation details with foreign intelligence operatives who infiltrated legitimate intelligence cooperation programs and international security coordination activities affecting CIA operations and global intelligence warfare development. The most disturbing aspect of the operation was the systematic compromise of American intelligence assets and covert operatives worldwide, with Marcus providing foreign intelligence services with detailed operational information and asset identities that resulted in the capture and execution of American spies throughout hostile territories and enemy nations. Multiple American intelligence assets had been captured and killed as direct result of Marcus's intelligence betrayals, with foreign intelligence services using the classified information he provided to identify and eliminate American operatives throughout hostile countries and enemy territories where CIA covert operations were conducted. Director Thompson, I need to discuss serious concerns about intelligence betrayal and reports of foreign espionage coordination connected to your CIA operations, said FBI Special Agent Maria Rodriguez of the Bureau's Counterintelligence Division, arriving at Marcus's Langley office carrying federal warrants to inspect his intelligence procedures and interview him about suspicious covert activities. Special Agent Rodriguez specialized in investigating intelligence espionage and had developed expertise in recognizing patterns of asset betrayal and foreign intelligence infiltration affecting CIA operations throughout global intelligence communities. Special Agent Rodriguez's investigation represented an existential threat to Marcus's criminal operation, as her federal counterintelligence expertise and access to espionage databases could expose the systematic intelligence betrayal operations and connect him to multiple suspicious deaths during CIA activities and Langley meetings affecting national security oversight and international intelligence cooperation. Special Agent Rodriguez, I think there may be some misunderstanding about complex intelligence operations and the unfortunate reality that covert personnel sometimes experience operational casualties despite advanced security protocols and international cooperation measures, Marcus said, while discreetly activating a concealed communication device that would summon corrupt CIA personnel who were part of his espionage network for emergency elimination of federal law enforcement threats. Perhaps we could discuss these concerns in our classified operations facility, where I can demonstrate the intelligence procedures that might explain these tragic operational losses. CIA activities involve dangerous covert operations that might appear suspicious to those unfamiliar with classified intelligence work and international counterespionage affecting national security operations. Special Agent Rodriguez agreed to examine Marcus's intelligence procedures, not realizing that the director was leading her to a secure operations facility where previous murders had been committed and where Marcus planned to coordinate her elimination using foreign intelligence assets while staging the scene as federal agent targeting that occurred during espionage investigation, providing cover for her elimination while appearing to be foreign retaliation rather than deliberate murder by a director protecting his espionage operations. But Marcus's carefully planned murder of the federal agent was about to be prevented by the unexpected arrival of national security oversight officers who had been investigating intelligence security breaches and had identified connections to his systematic espionage activities affecting CIA operations and national security programs. National Security Inspector Michael Santos had been conducting comprehensive investigation into intelligence betrayal and foreign espionage infiltration that exploited CIA director authority to facilitate asset betrayals and eliminate potential witnesses to espionage operations affecting national security oversight and international intelligence cooperation. Inspector Santos specialized in investigating intelligence crimes and had developed expertise in tracking CIA operations that compromised national security while conducting systematic elimination of threats to espionage operations affecting covert activities and intelligence operational security. The national security investigation had been initiated by reports from multiple intelligence oversight agencies and counter-espionage monitors who noticed patterns of suspicious asset communications and CIA personnel deaths, suggesting foreign intelligence networks were infiltrating Langley operations to facilitate espionage while eliminating witnesses through sophisticated methods disguised as intelligence accidents. Director Marcus Thompson, I'm Inspector Santos with National Security Oversight, he announced as he entered the operations facility where Marcus was coordinating Special Agent Rodriguez's elimination. I have federal warrants for your investigation on charges of systematic intelligence betrayal, foreign espionage coordination, asset endangerment, and multiple counts of first-degree murder related to your exploitation of CIA authority for criminal operations affecting national security and intelligence integrity. Marcus's reaction to the national security oversight intervention was desperate attempts to maintain his intelligence credibility, as he realized that federal agents and oversight investigators had been investigating his espionage activities and connected them to systematic CIA personnel murders and foreign intelligence coordination affecting agency administration. Special Agent Rodriguez looked stunned as she realized how close she had come to being murdered by the director she was investigating for intelligence betrayal. Her counterintelligence investigation had not only exposed Marcus's espionage and murder operation, but also prevented her own death at hands of a killer using CIA authority as cover for systematic elimination of federal agents and intelligence security investigation threats. The comprehensive investigation that followed Marcus's arrest revealed the full scope of his criminal enterprise and sophisticated methods he had developed to exploit director authority for systematic intelligence, betrayal, and murder. Forensic analysis of Marcus's CIA operations revealed extensive evidence of his espionage activities, including sophisticated communication systems for coordinating with foreign intelligence services, detailed records of asset betrayals worth millions, and comprehensive files containing classified intelligence information that had been sold to enemy governments and foreign espionage organizations, affecting American national security and covert operational capabilities. The investigation uncovered Marcus's connections to foreign intelligence services who had been coordinating CIA infiltration and intelligence betrayal operations while using his director access to obtain classified covert operation details and eliminate witnesses through sophisticated methods disguised as intelligence accidents and operational casualties, affecting CIA personnel and national security investigators. Most disturbing was discovery of Marcus's detailed knowledge of intelligence security systems and foreign espionage operational methods, which he had used to develop increasingly sophisticated approaches for betraying American assets while eliminating CIA personnel who discovered his espionage operations or threatened to expose his foreign intelligence coordination activities affecting national security and covert operational integrity. Director Marcus Thompson was ultimately convicted of 11 counts of first-degree murder, systematic intelligence betrayal, foreign espionage coordination, asset endangerment, conspiracy to commit treason, and numerous other charges related to his exploitation of CIA authority for criminal operations affecting national security and intelligence integrity. The conviction sent unprecedented shockwaves throughout CIA headquarters, prompting immediate reforms in intelligence oversight, security monitoring, and director addiction prevention measures designed to protect intelligence resources from exploitation by corrupted agency officials involved in foreign espionage activities. Several other CIA directors and intelligence officials were investigated for similar criminal activities, resulting in enhanced oversight of intelligence operations and new requirements for security verification, asset protection monitoring, and international cooperation measures, making it difficult for foreign intelligence networks to exploit CIA authority for systematic espionage operations. Special Agent Rodriguez and Inspector Santos received recognition for their collaborative investigation and became specialists in intelligence crime investigation, developing new techniques for identifying espionage operations and protecting national security from exploitation by corrupted intelligence officials. Deputy Director Sarah Mitchell and other surviving CIA personnel required extensive security clearance review and psychological counseling to overcome trauma of learning that their trusted director had been systematically betraying intelligence assets and murdering agency staff while exploiting his authority for foreign espionage activities. The case prompted comprehensive changes in CIA regulation, including mandatory national security oversight and addiction screening for directors with operational access, enhanced monitoring of international cooperation and asset communications, real-time security supervision of classified intelligence operations, and new reporting procedures for suspicious intelligence activities involving national security violations. Marcus's conviction led to increased cooperation between intelligence oversight agencies and federal organizations investigating foreign espionage operations, with new protocols designed to identify CIA systems that might be exploited for systematic criminal activities while eliminating witnesses to intelligence corruption and national security violations. 5 years after Marcus's conviction and life imprisonment, CIA headquarters continued implementing safeguards designed to protect intelligence operations from directors who might abuse their positions for criminal purposes affecting national security and international intelligence cooperation. The director, who had promised to protect American intelligence interests and advance national security, had instead used his CIA authority to commit systematic espionage and murder while exploiting intelligence resources for foreign coordination, threatening foundations of national security and covert operational integrity. Director Marcus Thompson's final cut had been permanently terminated by comprehensive investigation of national security and federal justice, where he would serve multiple life sentences without possibility of parole, proving that even intelligence officials who attempted to exploit their covert authority for criminal gain could be identified, investigated, and brought to justice when dedicated federal agencies worked together to protect national security from predatory intelligence corruption. The director's final cut had concluded with his permanent removal from intelligence service, serving as lasting reminder that those entrusted with national secrets must never abuse that sacred responsibility, and that intelligence officials who would exploit agency trust and operational authority for criminal gain will ultimately face full consequences of their betrayal of intelligence integrity and national security. Thank you very much for listening. Please let us know what you think of this story in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any other videos.